Hey, people. Want to talk to you about this guitar. I had the good fortune of hooking up with a gentleman named Rick Canton. He has a company, Canton Custom Instruments. We started talking a few years ago about some ideas for a guitar for me. Most people kind of know me for playing Strat, a whole beat up Strat, which I've been playing for, well, honestly, as long as I've been playing guitar, really. So it kind of speaks to Rick's, how cool his thing is that I would depart from that at all. As you can see, this is a headless guitar. The body is chambered. It's insanely resonant. But I might add, it does not, it does not feed back under high, resonant is cool for this sort of, sound of the wood, and but obviously if you fed back insanely on stage, that would be a problem. It is not a problem. This particular guitar, I do a lot of MIDI stuff. This has a MIDI system in it. I'm just very into the sort of warm vocal horn-like kind of thing, and boy, this has it in spades. And honestly, when we first started doing this, I figured I would play it a lot, and it would be kind of a cool departure, but I honestly, I didn't think it would replace the thing I'd been playing for, ever and ever and ever. And, lo and behold, this is like 90% of the time, this is what I'm playing. So that should tell you something. It sure does me. The other really integral part of this thing, when we started this, there weren't a lot of, there weren't any, is actually what I mean. Bridges being made for headless guitars that were more like the Floyd Rose system. Pretty much the only trims for headless guitar were kind of the Steinberger. And if anybody who's familiar with kind of the wacky thing I do with the, it's a pretty integral part of what I do. I mean, I phrase with it. It's not like an add-on. It's really kind of in with everything else. So I'm kind of just obnoxiously picky about how it's set up and how it responds. Steinberger is cool. A lot of people are used to that. But for me, the difference in the feel, coupled with the fact that this sort of the distance to pitch ratio of the bar itself made it problematic for me. This bridge is called the Sophia Bridge. A gentleman by the name of Jeffrey McCabe has a company, Coherent Sound in Light. The stuff these guys are making, amazing. We were really searching for the right thing to really for me to keep kind of playing the way I play. And boy, did these guys nail it with this bridge, because it's it's kind of like a drop in for it's a drop in for a Floyd Rose bridge. Honestly, that's what it is. And but as you can see, as headless guitars have, the full range tuners down here, and they feel ridiculous. The simplicity of this thing, combined with the precision of it, man, it just makes it I don't know of anything. We were looking for years, man, to try and find something that was kind of like okay, and I could make it work. This is exactly what I was looking for. And boy, talk about timely, because we were really in the middle of the process of designing this guitar when this sort of came on the scene. So, like I say, well, the way I use it is a little, I'm not a big dive bomby guy or anything, but most of what I do is little sort of small moves. It's anything I do, it's very important that the tiniest thing I do goes directly from the bar to the bridge. And this thing is no it's floppy thing and clicking around and that nonsense is useless, right? Man, not just, the thing you get is it's just kind of like that. All right. And, everybody says, the thing about trims staying in tune, and everybody, yeah, man, my thing, come on, everybody has a trim, knows it. It's like, yeah, mine stays pretty well in tune. This thing, man, right, so, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it just does that. So if you don't, man, go check out these guys. Rick Canton Custom Instruments, the Sophia Bridge. There's a bunch of different configurations of this, a bunch of different bridges. It's really some new, it's kind of cutting edge stuff, which did not exist. I've been kind of waiting for this stuff, really. If you don't go check out these websites, you're nuts, because this is the cutting edge stuff, man, for guitar players. So go check it out. Enjoy.